welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I wanted to give you my kind of final thoughts, if you will, on these products from Walgreens. So they came out with a bunch of like their own store brand version of popular high-end products, which was very exciting. I was really excited to get all these. I mean, I tracked down this face wash like my life depended on it. And I've been using all of these. Some of them have kind of fallen off because I don't like them, but I mostly wanted to talk about why none of these are dupes. None of these are dupes. Not one of these is a dupe of the product. And it doesn't say that it's a dupe, it just says compared to. It's kind of like making a store brand of a name brand product. Compare it to this one. The active ingredients are probably the same. But none of these are dupes. Not one of these is going to replace the high-end product for you. One of these has been a standout for me, but all of the other ones are just... I'm never going to buy them again. Most of them I don't even want to use again. So let's start with the one I hate the most. It's this face wash, okay? I hunted this down because I had to have it. It looked so good. And it's their version of the Youth to the People Superfood Gentle Antioxidant Cleanser, which a lot of people really love. I like that cleanser as well. I go back and forth on it where I'm like, is it worth the money? I don't know, but it's a good cleanser. It smells so good. It cleans your face good. It's gentle. It's a wonderful cleanser. Kind of pricey for a cleanser though. So I thought, oh my god, they have their own version. It's a big giant bottle. It's not glass like the original. It is plastic, which is fine. This one's just called Gentle Cleanser, ideal for daily use, formulated with kale, green tea, spinach, and aloe, cruelty-free and vegan, and all of these products are also made in China. I was mostly excited for this because I wanted to smell it, because I was like, if it has that same scent of the Youth to the People face wash, I'm going to die. It doesn't have the same scent. What it smells like really is hand soap. This smells like the blue aquarium one from Soft Soap. That's what this smells like. I can't handle the scent. This is something I'm going to use up at the sink as a hand wash. As far as it being a face wash, I did find it a little tad bit drying. And the scent, I could not get over the scent. It's just too strong. It lingers on my face all day long. I kept getting whiffs of it throughout the day, and I don't like the way that it smells, so I don't want to use it, you know? Texture is not the same as the one from Youth to the People. It's definitely not a dupe. It's a fine face wash on its own. If you think that you're gonna run to Walgreens and get a cheaper alternative to your favorite face wash, this is not gonna do it for you. The texture is not the same, the performance, the scent. There's literally nothing about this other than that it says on here, compare to. I never ever in a million years would have picked this out and thought that this is exactly the same, it's a dupe. And I think that that's one thing that when a brand does something like this that is so obviously trying to mimic another product, they put it right on the packaging, they made the bottle and the color the same, and then it doesn't live up to that. It's like, you could have just made a face wash on your own, you know, packaged it similar, whatever, but didn't put that it was a dupe on there, and no one would even know. No one would be comparing it to that product. They would just find the dupe naturally on their own, which is something I like to do if I stumble across something and I'm like, this is exactly the same as such and such. But when you do it like this, people have a very high expectation, and this didn't meet not one expectation. It didn't meet any expectations whatsoever. It really is just gonna be a hand wash for me because that's what it smells like and feels like. Like the texture, this is a hand wash through and through, and that's where it's gonna live now on the side of the sink. I don't like that, wouldn't recommend it. The next one I don't love is the Hydrating Lip Mask. This is there compared to the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Again, they could have just put out the lip mask on its own and not put compare to, because once you put that on there, the expectations have gone up to here. Instead of being like down here, like, oh, it's a store brand, it's probably gonna be pretty good. Once you put that it's gonna be compared to this cult classic product, the expectation's up to here that it's gonna be good. I don't like this. So again, it's not a dupe. The texture, the scent, the performance, there's literally nothing about this that makes it a dupe other than the packaging. That's literally it. It's a fine lip mask on its own. They didn't have to try to make it like Laneige, because then, like I said, the expectation gets really, really high. So this is like trying to compare to their original berry version. The scent on this one is very Dollar Tree. Not to insult the Dollar Tree, but this is that really cheap berry air freshener smell. Like, I really don't like it. Like, it's one that I smell and I'm like, why would they make it smell like that? I'm sure there were thousands of berry scented options and this is what they went with. Again, and the texture is not similar to Laneige whatsoever. This one is very, very, very stiff. And I do have one right here. So the texture from Laneige is really creamy. It's smooth, it's creamy. It almost feels like it's melted a little bit. You don't have to try very hard to get the product on your finger at all. Like barely any pressure and you got a whole bunch on your fingertip. With the one from Walgreens, it's just so much stiffer. Like it's really, really stiff. Like it doesn't feel melted. It feels very thick. You got to kind of work at it to get it to stick onto your finger. You got to keep going and going and going. So texture, not the same. Performance, scent, nothing is the same. There's literally nothing about this that makes it a dupe for Laneige. I don't know. And then when you put it on, it just feels like for all the work it took to get it onto your fingertip and you got to put it on and you're like, that's all I got. I don't know. And then that scent, that berry scent, I just don't like it. It's definitely not a dupe, but I already told you, none of these are dupes. Not one of these is a dupe. I don't know. I just don't like it. The scent, the texture, the performance, everything. I guess if you bought this not knowing or having never tried one from Laneige, maybe. But even then, I'm like, I don't know. Not a dupe, but I already told you that. Okay, the next thing, the Watermelon AHA mask compared to the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Night Treatment. I love that mask and I was so excited to get this one. So excited. Packaging, very, very similar. It is glass. And this is a mask that you put on at night. It has AHAs in it. It's supposed to kind of really help exfoliate and brighten and smooth your skin. And it's just a nice overnight exfoliating treatment. And this one, first off, it doesn't have a scent. It's completely unscented. And at first I thought that I was crazy because I was like, why would they make the watermelon mask without the scent? Because the Watermelon Glow Mask from Glow Recipe has a watermelon like Jolly Rancher scent and this doesn't. So right away I'm like, that's half of the appeal of the mask. Although I do feel like putting on a fruity smelling mask at night is kind of off-putting. But it's weird that it's unscented. It was like, give me that watermelon scent. This one is also a lot runnier. Extremely, extremely runny. Like even to use it, it was really difficult. I ended up just pouring it out like this onto my hand because the other mask, the Glow Recipe one, has it's not thick, but it's a more like texture that's solid, so you can like get your finger in there like this. And with this one, you get your finger in there and like nothing sticks onto your finger. A little bit does, but you have to get a ton of it to put onto your face. And by the time it's like just annoying. So I end up just kind of pouring it into my hand and putting it on. It doesn't have the same, like, it doesn't stick onto your face the same way the Glow Recipe one does. And I don't find the results to be as good as the one from Glow Recipe. It's nice, I guess, but it's not blowing me away and I keep forgetting to use it because I don't look forward to it. The one from Glow Recipe not only smells nice, it feels nice, it's kind of cooling. Your skin will look amazing in the morning. And with this one, I kept forgetting that I had even put it on. I'd get up in the morning and just go about my day and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to see if that mask did anything. And with the one from Glow Recipe, I don't have to remember because when I wake up, I'm like, dang, my skin looks so good. And with this one, I just found that it didn't really do anything. You know, it's definitely not a dupe. From the scent to the texture to the performance, not a dupe. I don't know what people are saying about this that makes it a dupe. Is it just the packaging? I don't know. Okay, next one. The biggest offender of all of them. This. Okay, granted, they don't put anywhere on this packaging that it's a dupe, that it's inspired by, that it's compared to. There's nothing on this packaging that's saying we're trying to do a duplicate of the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. So I'm gonna give them that. But of course, That's what this is trying to do, but it doesn't say that anywhere on the packaging. So it's the firming body butter firming cream, and it says it's got kupu aku butter, coconut oil, acai oil, and guarana extract. And this is what it looks like. Of course, we know what they're trying to do, a little Sol de Janeiro moment. And the texture of this one, I will say, is very similar to the one from Sol de Janeiro. Like, the texture is really lovely on this. It's so smooth and light. It spreads on your skin like heaven. It absorbs really nicely. The texture of this, A+, amazing. Love the texture. I really dislike the scent. So the scent on this one does not smell like the Boom Boom cream. It doesn't have that yummy pistachio caramel sweet smell to it. It smells more like the what the heck's that coconut one in the blue tub? I showed it originally when I talked about this. Copacabana, that one. That's what this one smells like, a little bit more, like barely. It mostly smells like laundry detergent. That's what I really smell from this. Purex laundry detergent or Arm & Hammer laundry soap. And the scent just gets stronger throughout the day. I had this on my whole body and I was like, well, I smell like clean laundry, which is fine, but the scent just got stronger throughout the day. All I could smell was this smell. It was so overpowering. I reached for it a few more times just to kind of see if the scent might change a little, or if I only use it on my legs and stuff, but I just don't love it. It's not a dupe at all. The texture, very similar. The texture of this is so beautiful. If they came out with different scents or even an unscented one, I would buy this again just for that wonderful texture and how lovely it feels to put on your skin. But it's not a dupe for the Boom Boom cream, but again, they don't claim it to be. I just thought I would talk about it. And then one thing I thought was funny, so I feel like some people don't know what a dupe is or what qualifies. So one of you guys had recommended, when I first talked about these products in a haul video, had recommended watching, I can't remember her name now, but she did a video on these as well, and she was using AI in the video, which I don't like that. So I just didn't want to watch the video anyway. Jen Phelps, that's who it was. The rest of the video was fine. Didn't like the AI factor, but I was reading her comments, and one person mentioned, if you have ever tried the body butter from Trader Joe's, the one they come out with during the summer, it's their Brazil nut body butter. If you've ever tried that and you've tried the Sol de Janeiro one, you know they are not the same. They're not the same scent, texture, performance, anything like that. But there was someone in the comments who was passionately saying, all in caps, that the Trader Joe's one was identical to the one from Sol de Janeiro, and I was like, you can't in good conscience say that that's a dupe. It's not even close. It's not even in the same category. And I'm not just trying to be picky about what makes a dupe, but that one, it's not even close. It's not even like in the same ballpark of that product. Anyway, so I'm saying it's not a dupe, but I'm sure there's someone out there who's like, that's identical, all in caps. Okay, we're gonna end on a product that I actually really like, and it is this, the Moisturizing Face Cream. This, I can't tell if it's focusing. I need glasses so bad. This is their compared to the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. I was so excited to try this one because I love the Ultra Facial Cream. Don't we all? And I was like, okay, none of these are real hits for me so far. So one of these has got to be good. And you know what? This one's really good. I have used this every day and every night since I've gotten it. I need to drink some water. My throat's like dying. And it's really lovely. It's not a dupe. Again, it's not a dupe, but I'm not mad at it. Like I'm mad at the other ones. This one is really good in its own right. Like they didn't have to say compared to Kiehl's, but since they said that, that's what made me want to buy it. It is really smooth. It doesn't have a scent to it, but it has like an unscented scent, like that weird smell, but it goes away very quickly. I honestly forget about it right away. It feels really good on the skin. It's really hydrating. It's kind of, it feels like it's going to be rich, but it ends up being kind of light on the skin, at least for me. This works great for me as a day cream and a night cream. This, of all these things, is the only one that I would repurchase. It's just a really nice, lovely texture. It's not too occlusive, which I like because I do not like that feeling on my skin. It feels very similar to the Kiehl's one, but it's not quite there. This one is a tad bit less moisturizing than that, although it is nice. I do feel like the days when I don't put sunscreen on top of this, my skin feels dry. And I feel like I gotta put another layer on. So I always have to, I put sunscreen on every day, but if I wait too long, I'm like, ugh, put some sunscreen on. And then at nighttime, I always make sure to use a facial oil. At night, I just really like one, and then this is a great little topper moisturizer. So it's good, a tad less moisturizing than the one from Kiehl's. I do feel like I need to pair this with my sunscreen or a facial oil, but I do really like it. And of all of these things, this is the only one that I would kind of repurchase. I think it was like $20 though. Maybe on employee discount day when we get 40% off, maybe I'll buy that then. But as far as full price, I don't know if I'm gonna like go out of my way to buy this again. But that is it. None of these are dupes, in my opinion. The worst offender is this face wash. This is hand soap. The texture, it's hand soap, it's soft soap. This is soft soap in a bottle marketed as face wash. Anyway, that one made me mad. But that is it. Let me know if you've tried any of these and what are your parameters for a dupe. I feel like a dupe needs to actually be identical. Like a duplicate, that's where the word came from. It's a duplicate, it's not just, we made the same packaging, so it's the same, you know? Performance, texture, scent, everything needs to be the same in order for me to call it a dupe. None of these are dupes. But anyway, that is it. If you've tried any of these, if I've made you mad, I'm sorry, it's fine. But anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.